Sorry, folks. Sorry, it's 8:02. Sorry. White socks and blue ribbon beer. My redneck white socks and blue ribbon beer. Right? There you go. Oh, man. Sands. Redneck white socks and blue. Have you ever heard that one? Do you know there's a possibility that they're going to stop brewing Pabst Blue Ribbon beer? Blue Ribbon beer. For those uneducated Republican, redneck, whatever, the whole list there, they may stop. I'm sorry, folks, it's 8:03 in the morning. I apologize, running just a little late here. It is my fault, running a little late. Now, I have my American... let's get started. I got to slow down. I'm your host, BKP. I will be with you for all 2 hours, so enjoy the ride. We'll not be hitting any turbulence this morning. You can just sit back, relax. We're going to take you right through the 2 hours. And if you want to contact me at 706-889-9700 right here. And you can send me an email, chief@fetchernews.com. And you can follow us on all these social media ways there, the company. And I have the American Idol hat. Okay, I have the American Idol hat right here. It's American Idol. And this is back in the day when it was real popular. Because I think with all the politicians, every time one of the media runs, let's say like number two there, every time the media, there's Jeff Flake, like they should come up and there should be something in a corner. There should be a way to vote. Because they're all just actors on a TV show, and they should all be able, you should be able to vote. American Idol, vote every day. There's so many different ones acting on so many different networks, okay? It's a disgrace. Senator Flake vows not to vote for judicial nominees. I will get that damn president unless measures protecting Mueller's probe receive a floor vote. Yes, unless... Now, he was on there yesterday. You remember I told you he was up next. I didn't watch it, but it showed it on MSNBC, Morning Joe. It was up next. Jeff Flake and Chris Coons, the friends, since he's from Arizona, he has taken the place. It's interesting. Okay. Do me a favor. Okay, do me a favor real quick. Is Chris Coons the senator from Connecticut? Just check that. Just say, Chris Coons, senator from Connecticut. See if he's senator from Connecticut. I can't remember.
He is.
He is senator for Connecticut? Mm-hmm. Look up Joe Lieberman and see if Joe Lieberman was senator of Connecticut. Just say, senator of Connecticut, Joe Lieberman. See if that is.
That's true.
Holy smokes! Is it just me, or was John McCain reaching across the aisle to Lieberman, and Lieberman was from Connecticut, and John McCain was from Arizona? Is this just, did I just blow your mind or my own? And Jeff Flake, he's from Arizona, and Coons is from Connecticut? I don't know, I thought it was interesting myself. Coons up there in Connecticut and Jeff Flake out there in Arizona, and they're just so good friends, and they go on shows together and they talk together. I wonder if they will fulfill the great hope John McCain had of running with Lieberman. Remember McCain's funeral? And Lieberman said, John said, you can run with me, Joe. And Joe said, yes, but I'm a Democrat. And John said, but that's exactly what this country needs right now. That is so interesting. Did I say that? Because I don't have the education to put two and two together to do that according to statistics. I did not mean to go that direction, but I did. I'm just wondering. There's Jeff Flakes and Coons. They're showing up everywhere. Kumbaya in Connecticut, Arizona. Unless they measure protecting Mueller, I will not. I will leave. I will make sure all of these federal judges that Obama and Clinton put in place that are trying to steal elections in Georgia and Florida and many other states with their liberal judicial decisions changing law from making law from the bench, I will leave them in place. And I will not approve judicial nominees if I don't get my way. Mueller must be protected from the American people, being he must be able to finish his work. The American people demand it. Let me tell you, Jeff Flake, what the American people demand. They demand that down there in Florida, that you put somebody's ass in jail, count the votes, and not be corrupt, and quit finding votes, and say, Ben Nelson lost, all right, Gilliam lost, and Scott is the senator. What we really need, I know I'm not going to get on your bad side this morning, but what we really need is, you're cheering. They have not quit. They are not done. You're cheering a decision by a judge yesterday about provisional ballots in Georgia, but the judge, it's interesting, but the judge did approve. Well, I don't care if your birth date's not on there and it don't match up with a signature, and I'm not for sure you're really who you are, but let's count that vote. But if you're out of county, we can't do that. All right, anyhow. So just saying, Jeff Flake has decided. Now CNN, they are angry. I mean, they are angry. They are really angry. Let's go to, now if you'll notice, okay, let's go to number one. Here is David Briggs or whatever his name is. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. CNN is so angry right now over Jim Acosta. And Fox jumped on board to protect freedom of speech. David Briggs there, he is at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, how do you think they described the president's mood after the election? All right? They use nice language, Instead of saying sources say the president's upset, go to number 20. Okay? Here's CNN at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. First thing. Very first thing they feel it's necessary to report. And I mean, they go through a whole list of nasty things and they just go after the president. All right. And they've ratcheted it up since the Jim Acosta. They are so angry. Okay. Trump's mood sours post-election. Top aide. Now, this is what David Briggs said, that Trump has been described as pissed off about every damn thing. That's what he said. I think, quote, if you go back and you listen to the tape, that Trump's pissed off about everything. And it says it right here. Top aide, he's pissed. Trump is pissed. I'm pissed this morning. I am pissed. That's what we are. Oh, my God. Oh, by the way, Michael Avenatti went to jail. He spent the night in the clink. They locked him up. You can hear the bars. Clink. Avenatti! Yes, you have a visitor. Stormy, I wonder when you would show. So supposedly going through a domestic there with the wifey, and she claims he's smacked her around a little bit, and he's saying, I didn't smack her around. She made it up, but anyhow, he ended up in jail. But he said he will be proven. He will be exonerated. He will be proven to be telling the truth. He is innocent. Let's see. It seems like Kavanaugh, there was no need to prove his innocence. We must believe every woman. So I guess, Michael, according to your standards of we must believe every woman, no matter what, proof, whatever, sorry, you're guilty. Guilty as charged. There goes your 2020. 2020. There you go. You Downs, he's gone. No 2020 for you. That's right. They've already canceled a visit to Vermont. And it wasn't for skiing. A Democrat. He wasn't going up to Vermont skiing. A Democrat, they were having a thing. All right, now, what I tell you yesterday, okay? What I tell you yesterday. Now, I'm not going to get all bent out of shape right now, Okay, I'm not going to get all bent out of shape right now, but I'm going to tell you this. Where's the picture? Give me number 13. 13, dial up 13. So yesterday, House Republicans elect Kevin McCarthy as their new minority leader. So Jim Jordan got, what, 43 votes? He got 150 some votes. He's the new minority leader. They've passed it down to him. All right, so this is your guy, and him and Steve Scalise, they're on TV last night. And they say if Democrats plan to impeach, and if they plan to go after the president, if they plan these tactics, the American people will see what they're really up to. No discussion whatsoever of the budget, no discussion whatsoever of cutting the budget, no discussion whatsoever of holding the Democrats' feet to the fire on the budget. Oh, they got a lot of room to talk. Could you see the budget going up for the Democrats, the first budget they put up, and the Republicans saying, we have to. I wonder who's going to get concerned about the debt now. I mean, the Democrats have been concerned for the last 6 months about the debt. I wonder if the Republicans will now get concerned about the debt. I wonder who the hell will be concerned about the debt. Period. It's a joke. American Idol, they're all playing. Call. They should get a number. Call. Vote for me. I am the best at scamming Americans and telling them what they want to hear, so they will elect me back in. So I will have a House committee chairmanship somewhere. Folks, I wonder if the Republicans will be concerned about the debts. Look at the Democrats' very first. I watched the Democrats' very first budget they try to put through. I wonder if the Republicans, we must cut spending. Wow, damn, there's a novel idea. Why don't you go back in time, you know? Why don't you get the old flux capacitor and get back in time, back to the future, set it a couple years there, okay, Marty McFly, and go back there and get concerned about the debt. Remember Doc? Remember the Doc? What was the Doc's name? Remember him? The Doc? Doc Brown? Marty, I'm concerned. I've been into the future and I see the debt. Oh, what the hell? I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a wacky moment this morning. But they are, yesterday, they moved right along. And number 14, Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney wins House GOP leadership post. Okay, she's in the leadership. And there is number 15, okay. Trump meddles in McCarthy-Jordan leadership brawl. Jordan wants that position according to GOP lawmakers and aides, and Trump thinks Jordan would be a ferocious defender. So they want Jim Jordan, okay? They want Jim Jordan to be the ranking member of the Judiciary Committee, which Nadler is going to chair. So they want him to be able to really bite as hard as he can as Nadler is chairing. So that's what they want Jim Jordan. Now, I was looking at, I got to tell you a couple things we have going on. I was looking at what I told you yesterday, the parting gifts. So I was wondering, like, there's something significant about December 7th. Now, don't take me wrong with this. There's something significant. I keep thinking, December 7th, what day in history, what is important about December 7th? So I go and I look it up, and I'm thinking there's something about December 7th. Well, we have, in this day in history, President Franklin Roosevelt called December 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy. On that day, Japanese planes attacked the United States Naval Base at Pearl Harbor. Okay, that happened December 7th. Nothing little there. December 7th, 1931, the Ford Model A. Ford produces the last one. Okay, 1931, December 7th, Ford produces the last Ford Model A and discontinues production and closing the factory to start producing the Ford V8. 1987, USA, Mikhail Gorbachev arrived in the United States for an arms control summit with Ronald Reagan. I mean, I just keep wondering how many things happened on December 7th, or what's the importance. And then it dawned on me after yesterday's show that I told you that Paul Ryan and all of them are up there giving parting gifts to each other as they're voting and backslapping each other with your money, and let's see. Now, I want you to do a little research. Hill negotiators reach deal to keep government funded through December 7th. Keep this in mind. Write it down. This article was written by CNN September 13th of this year. September 13th. House and Senate negotiators reached bipartisan agreement on a package of spending bills as well as continuing resolutions to fund the remainder of the government through December 7th. You start looking up. Now, thank you, Republicans are going to leave, Democrats are going to come in, and you start looking up budget negotiations for December 7th. You tell me how many articles you see. You tell me how many places you find what's going on with funding and spending for December 7th of this year. Why did they pick December 7th? Because everybody else will be preoccupied. Why, we will be showing our honor and our respect. It'll be Pearl Harbor, and we will be, well, who will be discussing spending on a day like that? I just told you yesterday, hey, look, I know this is not where you want to go, but I'm telling you right now, I told you yesterday, I just wonder if there's a difference between the two. I can't say it anymore. I just wonder, Democrats, Republicans, if there's truly any difference between the two. Let me go through, because at 8:30 we have Carla coming in. It's Carla's Corner, and at 8:30 we have Carla coming in. At 9 o'clock, stay tuned. I've got some paperwork here. I've got the 2019 proposed budget for Gilmer County that has been advertised, and we're going to go through that. And what I want to do at 9 o'clock, here's the thing. I promised for days, but I wanted to get my information correct, and I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed to bring facts to this story. Here is my interest. It's tax. First of all, on the 9 o'clock story, Gilmer County commissioners plan to raise post-commissioners' pay, double it. They plan to double the pay. Now, what I want to tell you before we do the 9 o'clock, it's not personal to anybody. My focus, as I have told so many people, when I go into a commission office or commission meeting, and there's 3, okay? And the commission is 3. I see 3 chairs, that's all I see, that belong to the citizens, the taxpayers in that county, and they have elected somebody to sit in that chair and represent them and the best interest of, and be good stewards of their tax money. So it's never their chair. That's why it's post 1, post 2. The chair belongs to a post, the chair belongs to the commissioner. So it's not personal with any names. But something doesn't add up here. Something is wrong, and I just don't agree with doubling pay. A cost of living adjustment, that's one thing. But doubling? Because I'm going to show you they already get cost of living adjustments. I got all the paperwork. That's at 9 o'clock. Don't leave. We're going to do a detailed story, and we're going to put it up. So right now I want to go through some of the morning media, gone crazy, okay? So at 5 a.m. CNN, and I told you this already, let's go with number 2 there, Flake. You see Jeff Flake. I did that already. Jeff Flake, number 2. CNN went crazy this morning. They hate the President of the United States. So they went after her, and in interest of what I'm trying to show, it's 5:02 in the morning. So they start out with Jeff Flake. and then they go straight at 503. Look at what they do at 503. Let's go to number 3. Senator Flake vows not to vote for judicial nominees unless measure protecting Mueller probe receives floor vote. As you can see, they got Whitaker there. They got Jeff Sessions. As you know, the Department of Justice released a 20-page memo or something yesterday saying there was no reason and there was nothing illegal with Whitaker being the acting attorney general, and there was no reason by rules of the Department of Justice he could not be. And that's why Jeff Flake is going crazy, is because there's really no reason why he can't, and they want to protect Mueller. I wish they'd spend more time worrying about protecting our vote in Florida than the scam illusion they created about Russia. Okay? So let's go to number 5. Number 5, President backs bipartisan prison reform bill. Now, yesterday, the prison reform bill, this should be, look at 1994. I think it's 1994. Bill Clinton's, all right, crime bill, all right, crime bill. I think the prison reform bill, black men incarcerated, I think you should take the crime bill. There's Congressman Doug Collins back there, Senator Scott from South Carolina. But I think what you should do is you should take the crime bill and realize that if you go study this, just type in the Google machine, as Joe Scarborough likes to call it. If you'll type in the Google machine, black male incarceration for marijuana, and the activists all through inner cities of this country saying, they put a brother in jail for a joint and they gave him 20 years. What are you in for, brother? I had a joint. A joint! Yeah. And, it was my 3rd joint, and now I'm up for 20 years. 20 years because you're smoking some weed. I'm not going to go whether it's right or wrong. Let's not get there. But the prison reform totally reflects, okay? It reflects and it benefits, I hate to say it like that, but it benefits black males that are incarcerated, okay? So the black community in this country, in the inner city, what the hell do you have to lose? Nothing. Because Trump would rather see, some rehabilitation in these cities than just gang violence, illegal guns, shoot each other, kill each other. Rahm Emanuel get a TV deal, mayor from Chicago, get a TV deal to be on TV, and then you've got black males in prison over smoking a joint. Something bad wrong here. Brother got railroad, something bad wrong here, right? So there you go. It's just the truth. All right. Let's go to, I'm going to give another, it's almost time. I got to take my break. It's time for Carla's Corner. Let's go to number 17. Okay, well, Kirsten, CNN has tried to cause the uproar in the White House, and there is Kirsten Nielsen, the Homeland Security Secretary, and Jim Mattis at the border. Mattis laid in to the press. Okay, Jeff Flake got on the floor and said it was a stunt by the military. Jim Mattis, Secretary of Defense, is very upset. They're in a support role down there. Okay, number 18, Hillary's out there. Abrams clinging to hope. She's clinging to hope, folks. She has not given up. Trust me, Stacey Abrams is far from giving up. And then you have there on Fox News, number 19, Abrams clinging to hope. Judge orders more ballots be counted in Georgia governor's race. There is more ballots. And what's upsetting, instead of cheering about the judge's order because he does not allow certain ballots to be counted, he is allowing some ballots that we should not be counting. So we got something serious we got to do. I wonder what the Georgia legislature is going to do this year about voting machines. Ooh, man, last year they had their chance. I bet they were down there in the halls. You know that special session? So for those of you that are out there in the United States and you're watching somewhere in Texas, the Georgia legislature is in special session concerning funding